Most agencies aren't losing leads, they're fumbling the follow up. This is the AI tool that fixes that. I sat down with the founder of DM Champs to break down how to turn cold WhatsApp leads into clients 14 days after they said no. We covered how to deploy it in 15 minutes, why the contact form kills conversion, and how to resell it as your own white label SaaS. I'm Drew. I interview AI tool founders to help you automate your agency, and I've run mine for 3 years. If you want to see where DM Champs lands on our outreach tool leaderboard, head to automationforagencies.com. Hey, everybody. Today we got a special guest, Sohab from DM Champs. Sohab, thanks for being on the show. Looking forward to talking to you about
Thanks
DM
for having me.
Champs. First of all, could you tell me what exactly, for people that don't know, a lot of AppSumo folks do, like myself, because I purchased it. What is
Mhm.
DM Champs?
Just to give you a one-liner, it's basically a very human-like AI sales agent that you can use on your chat-based platforms such as WhatsApp, web chat, Instagram, Messenger, and we're constantly adding more channels as well.
Okay. Um, and for you Sumalings that don't know, I have deployed this. Trust me, I have used every chat app on AppSumo. I'm not going to call them all out. Trust me, I use them all. They are all good. But DM Champs has the edge when it comes to a very human sounding person response. Not only that, the cherry on the top is if you set it to do the reminder follow ups, does it right on time and in the same voice, and it's like it's a real human. That's the only way I can describe it. So, and like I said, I've tried all the apps. This one's got that human touch. Now, having said that, there are different chat apps on AppSumo where you don't need it to sound human. Some are just basically service based question and answer. You feed it a question and it's going to give you the right answer. I think the specific functionality of it being human is to kind of dehumanize the process between the chat because people don't expect it to sound human, right? And that kind of furthers the relationship, kind of makes it feel easier to communicate, right?
Yeah. So we've built the whole AI engine of the AmChamp to be as human as possible, simply because it's built as a sales agent. And if someone knows you're talking to an AI, what you'll see is, maybe even from your own personal experience, you've experienced, even before AI became a big thing, you had these chat widgets on websites, and they were always very robotic. You'd give it an answer, and it could not help you. So we went into building the YamCham with having that in our head, that that's what people are going to be used to, and we cannot give them that same experience. Their guards will already be up. So we focused a lot on making it as human as possible, so you could actually get good results. People drop their guards. You can close deals, book appointments. That was really a big focus from the start on.
Hmm. And along with it sounding so human, like you said, it's first and foremost a sales tool, right? So let's not take that for granted. It definitely, you feed it all your knowledge base, and it definitely touches. I mean, that the knowledge base it has combined with the human responses, it's just unparalleled. Like I haven't seen that in any other tool. Tell me about training the bot and how it is to, for example, I set it up for a client and I was just testing it out. And the client has a framing shop. 2 days later, they were still sending reminders. Hey, I know you were thinking about such and such. Are you still um you still want to talk to me or about the deal, or do I need to supply any more information? So it was, I mean, it's just
Yeah,
the follow up is just incredible, man. I just found that to be, I don't know, just like the cherry on top.
yeah, and the follow up was actually one of the harder things to implement. Uh, we even had to like take it down at some stage, um, but taking a few steps back, how you set it up for your clients, we've made it super straightforward. If you sign up, you go through the setup wizard, but it basically comes down to you either need a document or a website. You upload that. We scrape the website. We check what's on it, and then we convert that into a AI playbook and also a knowledge base. And then you can tweak it around. But the initial generation is already pretty good. It has everything in there. It's focused on sales, but you can of course convert it to be more support focused or however you'd like. um, Connect your channels, and then the final step is configuring the follow-ups. And we have two types of follow-ups. One is we call quick follow-ups. Those are within 24 hours. That's so the AI will look at the conversation history and send a fully customized follow-up based on that. And the other is we call them uh, I, I don't know exactly what we call them in the UI at this point, but it's follow ups that we send after 24 hours, and those are somewhat templatized, but so you'll have to create these smart templates. So it'll be a template, but it will have these placeholders in it that the AI will fill in based on the conversation context. And the main reason for that is initially we were WhatsApp focused. So we were just doing WhatsApp. We just supported WhatsApp as a channel, and for yeah, to send messages in WhatsApp, you need to work with these templates for whatever reason. So that's why we implemented that. But it's actually working pretty well for like other channels as well. Um, so that's how that works. But earlier I said at some point we had to remove the follow ups, and that was because we found that people were for WhatsApp they were sending too many follow ups because we didn't have a limit on how many you could set up, and their WhatsApp numbers were getting reported, and then they'll be restricted. So we took down the first version of our follow up system, and now we've completely rebuilt it with much stricter and
Hmm.
much safer guards in place.
Got it. That makes sense. When you talk about sales, so first of all, we talked about having a great human voice. We talked about that's great with sales follow up. Is there any particular type of sales that DM Champ caters to? Like it does, like Shopify related better than the other? Like, is there any difference between sales or just general sales? It can handle everything.
It can handle almost anything. For e-commerce, however, I don't know many users that are using it for physical e-commerce.
Mhm.
So I can't say how it's going there. There might be some users out there that are very successful with it that are using our platform. I probably they probably are. I just don't know of them.
Mhm.
But what we've seen it close like deals from a grand booking consultations for a grand for packages that are up in the tens of thousands of dollars, to selling small low ticket offers as low as 27 dollars, where it just sends the Stripe payment link and people click and pay right there. um, so it's very diverse. You can set it up for pretty much anything. And of course, with the higher ticket, you might someone's probably not going to transfer 10K in the chat, so they might pay a deposit. and yeah, in that case you might, it'll be like a two-phase thing. But for lower ticket, it you can just take the payment right there in the chat. That's been working really well.
Hmm. And another thing I noticed, which I really love, and again, I tried a lot of these apps on AppSumo. When it comes to booking, these other apps send you a link. And there's nothing wrong with that. But DM Champ will search your Google Calendar, suggest some time slots, and all you got to do is say, yeah, that 3 p.m. works for me. And then it'll actually book the appointment.
Yeah, yeah. So we actually we give you the flexibility to use that system of ours, where the AI can just talk back and forth in the chat, check your Google availability, propose slots, and book without sending any links back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
But we also have support if you don't want to use that, you just instruct the AI to just give the booking link, Calendly or whatever, to your contacts, and that also works fine.
Okay, let's talk about DM Champs from an agency's perspective. Can I take your app, say I have 8 clients, and I want to offer this service to them? Um, how do I do that?
Yeah, good question. Because most of our recent users are agencies, and we're fully focusing on agencies slowly. So there's two ways how you could offer this is as part of your existing services. So that's actually how I'm still using it for one of my clients. It's just they initially I was working with them for just marketing meta ads, and I just in the service and invoice I didn't even add the line for the MCHM, but it's included in there. It can be done that way, where you're charging them separately to your own system, and you just manage their account. You don't really give them access to it.
Mhm.
You just handle everything for them. That's one way how you could do it. The other way is where you just resell it as like fully with your own branding on it, where you give them a payment link and they sign up for the service, and you can set up your pricing however you like. And once they pay, they get the login screen, sign up screen. They sign up, they get access, and they can um, do everything fully self-managed. And of course you can limit which features they have access to or don't. And you don't really it's pretty hands off, because you've given them access and they'll figure it out themselves. That's the two major paths you can take with using this for your agency, or yeah,
So
reselling
that
this.
Thanks. So that second example, this is a true. It's a true white label model. I can assume you have controls as far as like team members giving them access, restricting access, all kind of controls as far as that is concerned. So I assume that's in there, right?
Yeah. So we're constantly adding more and more, making it more, even more white label than it already is.
Hmm.
So recently we added fully white labeled help documentation. So you don't need to write your own help documentation. You just connect to our system, and you even get these help docs that are fully in your brand, and you can just share those with your clients. You can add team members. You can limit which functionality they have access to. You can hide certain menu items. So we've completely hidden that the MChamp is behind this. Even when you connect to, for example, a Meta or Google, they don't see the MChamp. They see a generic name that they're connecting with this platform. Similar how Go High Level does it. I think there it's called Lead Connector. We call it your AI connector. That's the only thing that's not like 100% white label, because yeah, it's not possible. Meta doesn't partner with. It's not that easy to partner with Meta, so it needs to go through something like this.
Okay. Now let's talk about API access. Do you provide API access, and what could be like the use case for agency owners? Maybe they want to send some information to another app in
Yeah.
their.
Yeah, so even though our system is super plug and play, and someone that's completely not technical could sign up and set it up, we've also made it super flexible. So we have a full extensive API that allows you to do pretty much everything, and like webhooks and custom functions to allow you to connect to other systems. For example, if you have a Shopify store and you would like the AI to retrieve order status or the shipping status of some order, you can use the custom functions to connect connect the AI to your Shopify store. um, or yeah, you can use our API and webhooks to send data to your CRM, or sync data back to DMChamp. And yeah, we've made it as flexible as possible, so you can integrate it with anything, and we're constantly making it more flexible.
Okay, so as far as the white label functionality, all systems go. Let's talk about a use case. Can you show us a use case, perhaps?
Yeah, sure. Let me just share my screen. Let's see. Oh, my mouse is being a bit slow.
No worries.
All right, let me know if it's sharing.
There
Yeah,
it goes. Yes.
yeah. So I want to use this as a use case because this is actually our first major case, and what the Amcham was initially really built for. It was for this hair clinic in the Netherlands, even though they have an international client base. So I've been running ads for this clinic for like 6 years now, and like about um, about about 3 years ago, they were just getting too many leads. So I had to come up with a solution. Wait. Um, so I'll show you how the AmChamp is set up here, and I'll also tell you the results in a bit. But
Okay.
it's really simple. If you just head over to the contacts page and you scroll down, so normally traditionally you'd have a contact form. So we scroll all the way down. So you'd have a contact form. It would get filled in, and the clinic would get the lead there, and they would have to respond to it. It's very manual, back and forth, and a human has to do it. And with hundreds of leads per day, that's just not manageable.
Mhm.
So we just close the contact form and put it behind a button that opens WhatsApp. When you click that button, it opens a WhatsApp chat with the DMChamp AI, and I can show you an example of this of a chat because we also feature it on our website. So there's a pretty old chat. You can see it's 2024, so it's the system is even better here. But what you can see here that the lead messages this number at like, yeah, it's almost like 10 p.m. So it's bedtime. Nobody's really working at that time. And you can see the AI responds back, updates the lead profile, qualifies the leads. The lead mentions pricing here. And then the AI mentions the pricing this clinic charges, which is way above market pricing, which is 50,000 minimum for a surgery. Then the lead says they're out of budget over here. So it's a very long conversation. So I'll quickly go over it. It spans like 2 weeks. We see the lead is not a fit, but the AI keeps the door open and the conversation just keeps going. We see a few days later, the lead comes back. The AI is still responding. They haven't forgotten about them. They still know everything they've talked about. Leads asking some more questions. AI mentions the consultation pricing. The lead's still interested. The AI is still answering questions. And then eventually you see that we scroll down. The leads paid. Let's see. The leads pay the 1K for the consultation, and you can basically see how a unqualified lead that said they don't have the money or it's out of budget, they think it's too expensive, turned into a customer for a 50K service in 14 days. And this isn't a cherry picked example. That's like this client probably has 50, if not 100 of these leads that went through DM Champ and actually ended up paying 50K, if not 100K for a treatment. And I just got a message, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, from this clinic saying in the past month they made just 10K in consultations that were booked through DM Champ. So yeah, that's really the power of the MChap. If it can close services that cost this much, imagine how easy, how good it is at closing services that are less than that.
Hmm. What's the what do you Sohab? What do you think is the secret sauce? Why this was so successful?
Um, I think the secret sauce is we didn't we build it for ourselves. So um, I'll tell you the background why I built the AmGem.
Hmm.
So once I had success with this clinic, I thought, hey, let me offer my service to some other hair clinics, and that's what I did. So I got like 20 hair clinics on board from Miami to Dubai, all over the world. They were working with me, but I could not get the same results. And the reason for that wasn't that the leads were bad or we weren't getting enough leads. It was that these clinics, they weren't good at the follow up. They get these leads and they fumble the follow up and then lose the lead.
Mm.
And yeah, that had to be solved. And at the same time, AI was like up and coming, and I was looking into WhatsApp instead of email. So I thought, hey, let me combine these two. Let's see what happens. And yeah, this is what we got. So it was, we built it for this clinic specifically, and like fine tuned it on closing these high ticket deals, and that's really how it's gotten this good.
Hmm. Excellent. Thanks for showing me that use case. So I appreciate it.
All
So
right.
you could jump out of that.
Yeah.
So again, thanks for sharing that use case. Very helpful. What's next for DM Champ?
Um, a lot. We're working on lots of stuff. So a few things. For a few major things is we're working on iMessage integration. So blue bubbles on iPhone. We're redesigning the UI. It seems a bit outdated. Um, it needs a refresh. We're speeding up the AI, making it also making it faster,
Hmm.
better, cheaper. That's a big request that we're working on. And yeah, just making this the best white label sales agent out there.
Okay. Going back to that use case that you showed,
Yeah.
what happens when the customer clicks on WhatsApp and he doesn't have WhatsApp?
In this case, what happens is if someone clicks on their phone on WhatsApp, it'll open WhatsApp. If they don't have WhatsApp, it'll take them to this WhatsApp page that allows them to
Hmm.
select if they want to download WhatsApp. Um, but in this case, that's not really been an issue for this clinic since
Hmm.
they're working internationally. So almost everyone that they are in contact with has WhatsApp. Even like the
Yeah.
aftercare, after sales goes through WhatsApp. So it's kind of like almost a requirement if you want to like get yourself treated here.
And that's exactly what I was getting at. I was like, well, why would they use WhatsApp and versus just put the the chat bot on the website? Like, because obviously, chatbot, you don't need to download anything. So I was wondering what was the
Yeah,
reasoning behind that. You know what I mean?
yeah. The main reason is we people still have that image in their mind that that chatbot is
Mm.
probably going to be AI, and that's the smaller reason. The bigger reason is with WhatsApp you can be on their phone constantly, so you can do follow up. You're right there with a chat widget. For example, this example I just gave you, it spanned 14 days, right? You and that's only possible if you're on their phone in their messaging app. Like with a web chat, yeah, nobody's going to stay on your website for 14 days. And
Ah, got it. I
yeah,
got it. Okay.
of course, in the US, WhatsApp isn't that big. It's iMessage, so that's why we're also working on that now to like yeah be more viable in the US.
Yeah, that iMessage will be a big one. And when do you think that will launch? Not to put the pressure on you.
We've actually got a working version already. We'll start testing it coming week, coming month. I mean, and then after that, we'll see if it can be rolled out to the public. Um, I'm guessing maybe 2 to 3 months. It should be available for everyone.
Hmm. Well, that's excellent. Listen, it's a great product, and like I said, I bought it using it myself. Have a couple clients that are happy with it. Uh, to the Sumolings out there, if you need a chatbot that needs to sound human and get you sales, don't even think again. Just start stacking it up right now. How long are you going to be on AppSumo? How much longer do you think? You've been on it for a while now.
Yeah, so we did our first launch in 2025, I think.
Hmm.
Then we stayed on for about 4 months.
Hmm.
And then we relaunched in mid March. So it's been yeah almost 2 months, and we don't have an end date yet, but we'll be on it for at least another month or two, and then we'll have to see.
Okay. Do you anticipate any more tiers being added, or this is what you have right now?
We recently added tier 6,
Hmm.
which gives you unlimited sub accounts. That was a big ask. Will there be more tiers? We don't know yet. We'll have to see if there is something that makes sense and is fair to announce as a new tier. Um, because yeah, tier 6 is already basically the best you can have, unless we come with something really crazy, some real cool new feature.
Hmm.
It wouldn't make sense to gate that behind another tier. Instead, it would be part of the others.
Really appreciate your time.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right. I wish you great success.
Thank you.